War rages across the mortal realms. New alliances are formed while others lie shattered, and the dominant powers ever seek their next conquest. While this and countless other battles rage on, one fact is becoming clear. The season of war has begun. This video is brought to you by the support of our channel members and our FLGS partner, Warpfire Minis. Baron of Dice is the exclusive dice supplier for Season of War. Take a look through their incredible designs or even get your own custom dice made.
Hello and welcome to Season of War! Today we are excited to bring you another game of Age of Sigmar. My name's Jordan and I am joined by Yuri again today.
Good to see everyone.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you out with the Slaves to Darkness. And notably, today we are for the first time playing with the new battle scroll updates in effect, and there were some major changes.
Yes, not only to the battle scroll, but to the faction itself, right? We're running the new battle tome, and I think it's super exciting. One thing with slaves, it reminds me of the Hotel California, where you can check it out anytime you like, but you can never leave. And this is the faction, and I like changing the faction, but slaves is one of the factions where I keep returning back. Because it's, you know, it has a character, it has a flavor.
Beautiful, one of the best ranges for sure. It's very classic Warhammer. But jumping into the mission today, we are playing on limited resources, so there's 6 objectives on the table. It's hold 1, hold 2, hold more for storing, and then 4 points for your battle tactic. Notably, you can only hold any objective for 2 of your turns consecutively. If you do, then you can't control that objective anymore in the game. And then if you're the underdog, you get +3 to your objective control score, I think for non-hero units for objectives that you control. And notably, the underdog mechanics have obviously changed a little bit now. If you take a double, your opponent becomes the underdog for the rest of the game unless they take a double back.
No, that definitely adds some sort of flavor to the game. Helps to diversify and bring this, you know, interesting game mechanics.
Yep, and also if you are down 6 points or more and you take a double, you no longer are denied taking a battle tactic. So it helps you come back a little bit more. Or if you're behind, it doesn't punish you for trying to stay in the game.
Exactly, yeah.
But Yuri, do you want to take us through your slaves list then?
Sure. I'm bringing a 1-drop slaves list. As you can see, I'm not bringing the Be'lakor. Usually Be'lakor is the model the Slaves to Darkness list would start with, but Jordan, you and I, we've been talking about Abraxia, and we all want make her work. So we'll see how she's gonna perform. She's obviously a pretty solid buff for the Vanguard unit. I'm running a unit of 6 Vanguards. Theradons, I think it's a pretty decent unit now, given that you can give them you can pledge them to Slanesh, giving them 3d6 charge. Unit of Chosen, staple in this army, and I'm bringing this the Chaos Lord. And essentially the Chaos Lord, he's my honor guard, giving +2 to the movement to the infantry unit, which, you know, making a 5 and 6 inch infantry unit move 7 and 8, which is pretty solid with a potential 3d6 charge. Also, as an artifact of power and heroic trait, I give them the heal ability, where he can heal potentially, you know, my army, including the monster, which is Abraxia, giving 3 flat heal to her, just to keep her, you know, and this happens every hero phase. Also, with regards to the banner, the Screaming Flesh banner, I'm gonna give to the unit of Chosen, and they automatically are pledged to Slanesh. So they are 3d6 charge, and they get +1 attack when they charge. That's my list, and you probably noted that I'm starting on the objective in this mission, and the reason for that, because I don't plan to do any, you know, tricks, any strategy and whatnot. My goal for this game is just to run forward, hope for the double turn, and then end this game by turn 3. So Jordan and I maybe could go and grab some beer after that.
Yes. Yeah, very deadly. Then for me, as you noted, you're very scary with the offense. So I'm huddled behind this piece of terrain with my army. I'm playing Idoneth Deepkin in the Akkelian Beastmaster subfaction or battle formation. So that's going to allow all my mount attacks to get +1 to hit. And to go through my 2 regiments, I'll start with the one on the table first. I have an Eidolon of the Storm here. He's got both of my enhancements. One of them making him only be able to be hit on a 4-up. And then the other enhancement, Armor of the Scythe, will basically removes combat abilities from your weapon profiles for attacks that target him. So getting rid of crit mortals, crit 2 hits, +1 damage on the charge for cavalry. It can help him be a lot tankier and to maybe tie up units. And in his regiment, I do have a Leviathan. And notably, I'm taking the new Honor Guard ability of Prized Beast on the turtle. That gives him 2 different buffs. One is +1 to hit. Already kind of get that with my sub-faction. But the other one is for him to ignore his battle damage ability, so he doesn't lose attacks at all throughout if he takes more damage. And then for the other 2 units in the regiment, it's 2 units of 6 Morsar Guard, so offensive eels here, and they'll be able to hopefully do their shock every time they charge to hopefully get me some mortals through your armor. And then I do have a second regiment, which is led by a Soul Strider, and that regiment is deep striking off the board right now. The Soul Strider is my general, and because I actually have more regiments than you, Yuri, I also get to choose a second Honor Guard ability, and I'm going to pick priority target for my unit of 20 Reavers. So here, if they're shooting at either of your heroes, they'll get the +1 hit and wound if they're within 12 inches, which they have to be, because that's as far as I shoot. So it is a unit of 20 and a unit of 10 Reavers in that regiment. And the Soul Strider is my only wizard, and with him I am bringing the Kronspine Incarnate as my manifestation lore. And that's going to be it for me, Yuri. I was 2 drops here to your 1, so the fate and the power is in your hands right now.
Are you really asking me this question? You can have the first turn, and I'm playing for the double. Good luck.
Sounds good. Let's jump into Idoneth Deepkin, turn 1. All right, into my hero phase. We're gonna start off with battle tactic. I'm gonna go for take their land, Yuri. And I'm gonna nominate this tree far away from your army. So I have to obviously get close to that and take control of it. And then my only wizard is off the table right now, so there's nothing in the hero phase for me. And I'll just get into movement. And then I am going to do all my deep striking, obviously, for the battle tactic.
Sure.
And I'll bring down the Soul Strider first. All right, Yuri, that's going to be it for my movement.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 1 CP and redeploy a unit of Chosen for 2.
And then that's going to be it for my turn. Nothing crazy here. Obviously, with Yuri's army build and making his intentions clear, I don't want to offer up anything to take unnecessary hits. The potential double 2, I'm trying to be as safe as possible, hoping he doesn't make any turn 1 charges on 3d6, which is entirely possible. And then, so just trying to play as defensive as possible. I could have clumped my whole army together, but then you can corner it and pin it a lot easier. Whereas now, if you want to engage my whole army, you've got to spread out your pieces.
Exactly, yeah.
And then I haven't touched any of my objectives, but I have taken these 2.
Yes.
Hoping to force you to spread out and come over here as well. Again, trying to spread your pieces out, and also, leaving me with kind of the main closest objectives for me to take throughout the rest of the game, in case I do lose those. But hopefully, I'll be able to hold those for a couple turns. But I've done what I can to store my points, because I do hold 2 and more, so there'll be 10 points for the turn with my battle tactic. And the balls will be all in your court, and then depending on how risky you want to be, we could have a spicy turn 2 priority roll, but I guess we'll just find out. And
no, I think it's very smart. Like, this is the worst case scenario probably for me on the 6 objective mission, and giving you spread out everywhere. So now I would need to choose whether I'm gonna go after your Reavers, or just concentrate on my force and go after your main hammers. So we'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But let's jump into Slaves to Darkness, turn 1.
And for my battle tactic, I will do Seize the Center here, which should be pretty doable, because my goal is to move forward anyways. My hero phase is gonna be very short. I'm just gonna roll for my Nexus to see how many points it gets. And I'm gonna bank those points for potential D3 mortal wounds. And the second thing I'm gonna do in my hero phase, I'm gonna give the Theradon, I'm gonna pledge them to Slanesh, giving them a 3d6 charge. And with that, that's my hero phase. Would you like to do something?
I will, yes, spend a command point here with my Soul Scryer for magical intervention, and I'm gonna try and cast the Kronspine Incarnate. And I roll an 8, but with the -1, I will just fail that.
Yeah, and with that, we're moving to the movement phase. I'm gonna use a command point to auto-run Theradons.
After your movement, Yuri, I am going to spend a command point here for redeploy with this unit of Morsar Guard, and they're to get a 4.
Nice. So with this move, it essentially ends my turn, only because I ran everybody forward. Jordan deployed his army, moved his army away from the threat range. So there is nothing I can do, but I ran the entire army getting closer, hoping to get this double churn. And with regards to the points, I'm scoring 1, 2, but not more. And now I'm the underdog, essentially.
So 8 points, but notable change here. If you do take the double, though, it'll make me the underdog.
Yes.
So that's one benefit, but Yuri, we can roll priority.
Let's do that, big prio.
And that's a unit of 3 to my 1.
You know, everything is going as Dark Gods have, foreseen. I'm taking the double turn, and we're going all in.
All right, let's jump into Slaves to Darkness, turn 2.
Okay, so for my hero phase, I'm gonna do only 2 things this time because I cannot pick tactics. First of all, I'm gonna roll for my Nexus, see how many points I get, 4. And I'm gonna give unit of Vanguard a Slanesh mark. So they'll be charging 3d6 as well. I just wanna, maximize my chances and my potential with a charge here.
I will spend a command point here for magical intervention again with my Tidecaster. And this time, I'm going to try and cast Steed of Tides on my unit of 10 Reavers. And I'm going to get that off with an 11.
You got it. I don't have any unbinds.
And here, I'm actually trying to hopefully keep 2 of my blocks safe. One, trying to screen out 1/2 from the turtle, because you have the speed now, you're going to get in. So it both hopefully protects my turtle and my Eidolon, as well as making your charge harder if you want to head over to this side as well. So
exactly.
Fingers crossed.
Let's move to the movement phase. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to auto-run Abraxia, just to make sure that I maximize her ability, allowing the Vanguard to fight twice without strike last. So Jordan, that concludes my movement phase.
All right, I'm pretty hemmed in, so I'm gonna save my CP for now.
I'm gonna start charge with a unit of Vanguards with a 3d6 charge. I roll 6. I don't think 6 will make it, so I would need to spend a CP and re-roll this one for something ideally higher. 7 this time.
You needed an 8.
I needed an 8 on 3d6. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. That's a dice game. Let's go with which chosen next. I got 13. But that's it. Abraxia ran, she cannot charge, and that would be my charge phase. Would you like to do something?
No counter charges.
No counter charges, okay. Fair enough. And I will activate Chosen first, and I will declare fight twice with them. So I finished my pile in, and I'm gonna slightly split the attacks. 4 guys will go into your rivers, and 5 guys, including the champion, gonna go into eels.
And I don't have high hopes, but I will go for the all-out defense with my Morsar Guard.
So yeah, let's go. Let's roll a bunch of 6s. And I've got 3 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at -1 rend.
All right, so with all-out defense, I'll remain on my 4-ups. But 5 of them go through.
So 10 plus 6 mortal wounds.
So 16 damage. That'll kill 4 of them.
And then the remaining 4 will go into your rivers. And same thing, 2s and 3s. 7 at -1.
We'll save one of those.
Okay, so that's 12 plus 6, 18.
All right, they are dead. The only combat for me is my 2 remaining Morsar.
Yeah.
So they'll go back into your Chosen and try and kill one.
The Morsar Guard fight valiantly, but only manage to deal 2 damage to the Chosen, who then swing back and wipe out the rest of the Morsar.
So with that concludes my turn. I think I'm happy with the turn overall. Ideally, I'd like to have my Vanguard charged in, and with double activation, I think I had a good shot at least lifting either Turtle or your hero, but that's okay, still can't complain, pretty solid, and see what's gonna be your response, Jordan.
Yeah, obviously, tough spot. I'm thankful to have got the Eidolon and Turtle left alive, but I thought about the redeploy with those eels and I'm kicking myself for not doing it.
Yes.
And actually, the fact that I did teleport those guys lets you springboard and tag them. If not for that engagement, I would have been in a very fortunate position with your Vanguard also missing. But we still got most of our tools left, so we're to see what we can do and jump into Idoneth Deepkin, turn 2. All right, for my battle tactic this round, I need to go for Do Not Waver, so I have to fight with 2 units and have none slain. Then for spellcasting, my Soul Strider is going to cast the Steed of Tides onto my unit of 20 Reavers. And I'll fail that on a 3, that's not good. All right, so I'm gonna get into movement then, and I'm gonna start off by using at the double with my Reavers to auto run them 6, so they're moving 13 inches now. All right, that's gonna be it for my movement. Then I will start the shooting, and we're to start off with this unit of Reavers, putting all their shots into the Chosen. And I am gonna go for the all-out attack here. So it'll be 41 shots on 2s and 4s. So that'll be 20 shots landing at rend 1.
Okay, I just need to roll a bunch of 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 takes 2, so.
Yes. And then I'm gonna shoot the Leviathan, and he's gonna target the Chosen as well. So he's got 4 shots on 3s and 2s. That's gonna be 4 at rend 1.
So 4 up, I save 2.
All right, each one is 3 damage.
Oh my God, so 2 guys die.
And that's gonna be it for my shooting. So into charges now. We got 1 CP left. I'm gonna start off charging with the Leviathan. And I roll Snake Eyes.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna have to spend the CP to re-roll this one.
Yeah.
Re-roll the 3 into an 11. And then we have some charge effects. We'll start off with the Morsar Guard. They are going to unleash their Biovoltaic Blast into your Therodons. So that's going to be 3 plus D3, so 4 mortal wounds into them. And then the Leviathan has his Crushing Charge because they are infantry.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 6 mortal wounds.
Oh my God, that was actually very cool. And you killed 2?
Then we're to start off combat with the Morsar Guard. I have no CP, but they do get +1 to hit for the mounts, and the Eidolon gives +1 to wound to the riders, so a couple buffs.
So their rampage is once per battle. I can give them +1 damage, so they will be damage 2 if they survive an attack back. What I'm gonna do on my end, I'm gonna use a CP for all-out defense, only because if they survive, you're tied up, and that's the plan. We'll see.
The Morzar Guard manage to kill 2 Therodons, then the remainder retaliate and take down 1 eel.
All right, then we're gonna fight next with the Eidolon. He'll be on 3s and 2s. So that'll be 5 at Rend 2 and 3 damage on the charge.
So going to 5 up? No, and that's the unit. You got them.
And then we just will do a little pile in with the turtle. All right, that's it for Idoneth Deepkin turn 2, and it was actually pretty solid. I had basically had 2 different plays. If I had got my teleport off, I probably would have gone and tried to deal with this stuff because it's a little slower, but there wasn't really a great way for me to engage without still on the double being susceptible to your counter charge or your charges back.
Yeah.
But here we took out the Therodons and actually did a good amount of damage in shooting to.
Yeah, you killed 6.
Yeah, the Chosen, better than I expected. Would have loved to get a bit of charge or something to get the turtle in.
Yes.
Didn't pan out. I killed too many. Good problem to have.
Good problem to have, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so I will though, because you burn 2 of your objectives, I will still store hold 2 and more.
Yes.
And my 2 burn as well. You just control this one right now, so it'll be 10 points for me again. So we do have the lead up 20 to 14 right now.
Yeah.
With Deepkin and remaining the underdog, which is big here, right? Normally you would have been the underdog with an extra CP on the double, but here, because the double, I like this change already.
I agree, I like it too, yeah.
You have more benefit, when your opponent gets things going their way. So.
Yeah, I agree.
But then Yuri, that'll lead us into priority for round 3.
let's do that.
That's a 4.
That's the one.
Okay. We have a big lead here. You're going to be the underdog either way. We are going to take the double back and try
Makes sense, yeah, by all means.
Yep, so let's jump into Idoneth Deepkin, turn 3. All right, so I've got no battle tactic here, but I do have a cast with my Soul Scryer, and he's going to try and cast Steed of Tides on himself. And I'll fail that with a 4,
again,
so no teleport. And that's going to be it for my hero phase, so we'll get right into movement.
Yeah, before we do that, I'm going to use a CP and Raleigh Chosen. I'm going to roll 7 dice because the banner is there. And I'm going to get 3, so I'll bring 1 guy.
All right, Yuri, that's going to be it for my movement phase. And then into shooting, I'm going to go first with the turtle into the Chosen. He's just in range, so we'll have 4 shots on 3s and 2s.
Yeah, I'm going to use all-out defense for 1.
2 at Rend 1.
So 3 up this time. Come on, 1 goes through.
3 flat damage.
1 guy dies.
And then we're going to shoot with the Reavers, and I'll spend a command point for all-out attack here. So that'll be 22 shots at Rend 1.
Yeah, this time I'm saving on 3, so we'll see how many I can save there. So 3 die.
There's a 1 guy with 1 wound left.
1 guy with 1 wound, yeah. Rivers are doing their job.
And then we're gonna get into charges, and I'm gonna go with the Morsar Guard first. They'll get a 6. And I will try a charge with my Reavers to try to get this last wound on the Chosen.
Yeah.
They get a 12.
You got it,
They're feeling it. And that's going to be it for my charges, but we do have our impact stuff. But the Leviathan can't do anything here because his rampage is only against infantry. The Morsar Guard are going to do their Biovoltaic Blast, and since you killed 1, I do get +1 to this roll because you have more models than me. So we're going to do 2 plus 2d3 mortals for a whopping 8 mortal wounds.
8 mortal wounds, that's great. I'm going to kill 1, another 1 takes 3.
And then the Eidolon is going to try and do his rampage pulled into the depths on Abraxia. It's trying to make a hero strike last.
Yeah.
On a 3 up. Cocked. I will get that off, though it doesn't really matter here because I'm striking first on the high tide.
Yes, there are a couple things that I gonna do. I'm gonna declare for the Vanguards to fight twice, and Abraxia has 2 rampages. The first one on 3 up, she's gonna give -1 attack on your hero, yes, and then she's gonna roll for her weapon, see what effect it gets. 1, nothing other than she takes 1 mortal wound. Good talk.
And then getting into the combat itself, we're going to start off with the Alopex, and it's going to put all its attacks into the Vanguard.
Okay.
And it's going to get +1 hit on the mount because of my sub-faction, also +1 hit on the riders because of Prized Beast, as well as +1 to wound from the Eidolon for the riders.
Excellent, and I'm going to use all-out defense on my Vanguard, see if they can survive this.
So the Crushing Jaws first on 3s and 2s. We've got crit mortals here for 3 mortal wounds.
Nice.
And 3 more at Rend 2.
Rend 2, so going to the 4 up, saved 1.
3 damage each, so a total of 9 so far from the mount. And the riders will be on 2s and 3s for 2 at Rend 1.
3 up, I'm good.
And that's it for the turtle, so 9 damage, not too bad.
Not too bad on 2 up save, yeah.
Then we'll go for the Morsar Dart here, and I am going to spend the command point for all-out attack, and there'll also be +1 to wound on the riders from the Eidolon. So the riders will be 2s and 2s. And that'll be 5 at just Rend 1 because you're not infantry.
So 3 up, so 3.
So that'll be 6 damage so far.
Yeah, killing 2.
And then the mounts on 3s and 3s.
Yep.
So that'll be 8 at Rend 1.
8 3 ups. And 1 goes through.
D3 damage for 2 more.
2 more.
And then the Eidolon is going to pile in next and try and finish off that last Vanguard. He is -1 attacks though. So down to 5 attacks from himself. That's going to be 1 at Rend 2.
4 up. No.
3 more damage.
That's the Vanguard, the lust.
And then we saved the most important combat for the end. We've got the Reavers going into Last Chosen.
Yeah.
And they have 1 attack each on 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
But just 3 hit at no rend.
Only 1 has to go through 3 ups. Oh, cocked. They leave.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna pile in with Abraxia and put everything into your eels. I've got 1 CP, I might as well use it for the all-out attack. So you got 2 -2, 2 damage.
6s, both go through.
So 4 damage so far. And then her mount. So 2 -1, 2 damage each.
Save both of those, so that will kill 1 eel.
And I've got a chosen, and he's the champion. So he's gonna swing into your rivers, 3s and 3s. 4 -1, 2 damage each.
6s. We save 1, but there'll still be 6 reavers going
6
down.
rivers with that 1 chosen.
And I did actually forget about my Soul Scryer, who's going to attack your terrain piece.
Yeah.
Hits 3 times, and he wounds twice at no rend, but D3 damage.
So on a 4 up, both go through.
And he'll deal 3 damage to it.
Everything counts.
All right, that's it for Idoneth Deepkin turn 3, and man, this game turned around. Could not have asked for any more here. Big thing obviously went for the Vanguard primarily. Hoped to finish off the Chosen, but couldn't do a single damage in combat.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but that's I mean, probably lore accurate. A bunch of Reavers slapping at
Yes.
the champion of the Chaos Chosen unit. But again, here we got the turtle, eels, and Eidolon all into those Vanguard, and fighting first is pretty good, it seems.
It's pretty good. Yes, yes, and essentially, we've been talking. Rivers are the MVP, clearing all the Chosen, almost all the Chosen.
Yep.
And yeah, your strategy paid off. Just concentrated on one flank and then going to another flank. We'll see what I can do in this turn, but as we discussed, this may be a quick game.
And yeah, with that, I did also take 2 objectives, which will store me hold 2 and hold more here for the 6 points because of the double. And yeah, we can jump into Slaves to Darkness, turn 3.
Okay, so my hero phase, 3 things that I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna roll for my Nexus, see how many points I get on top. So goes up at 8. I'm short 1 point to deal mortal wounds, but that's okay. I'm gonna pledge my Chaos Lord to Khorne, giving +1 attack. And for my tactic, I will do Not Waver, which, risky because I have chosen with 1 wound left, but there is not many tactics that I can essentially complete here. So that's it for my hero phase. Cool, so I'm just gonna move him 5. Chaos Lord has moved. There is nothing else I can do, so I'm just gonna charge with him, and he charges 5. 5 is fine. Couple rampages. The first one, Abraxia, -1 attack on your Eidolon. Yes. And on her spear, see what effect she gets. 5, so it's +1 damage. So she'll be damage 3 on her attacks.
I could do the Eidolons down for strike last, but because of the tides, I am striking first here. And I guess I'll just start off the combat with the turtle going first into Abraxia.
Makes sense.
So we'll have 7 attacks on 3s and 2s from the jaws. And that'll be 6 at Ren 2.
Ren 2, so 3 up goes to 5 up. So 2 goes through.
So 6 damage so far.
Yeah.
And then the riders will add 2 more at no rend.
3 up, 1 more. So 7.
Yep.
And then 5 up ward. And I save 1. So she takes 6. And then on every damage on 4 up, she's gonna deal a mortal wound to you back. So 2 mortal wounds back.
Okay. And then we'll fight next with the Eidolon. He doesn't have the extra damage from the charge, and he's -1 attack. But he'll get 2 at Ren 2.
Yeah, goes through.
So 4 damage total. And then the fish attacks for 2 more at no rend.
3 up, 1 more. So 5 up ward. Saved 1, taking 4. And 4 up, you take 2 mortal wounds back.
And wards will prevent one of those and take 1. Then we're gonna go with the Morsar Guard and try and get some more damage on Abraxia.
Yeah.
So we'll go with the riders first. So there'll be 3 at Rend 1.
So 4 up, 2 goes through.
Just 1 damage right now.
Yeah.
And then the mounts on 3s and 3s. That'll be 5 at Rend 1.
5, 4 up, so 2 more.
At 3 damage total.
5 up. I save 2, 3 goes through. And that's exactly to take her off because she had 11.
And then again, we have the most important combat here with the Reavers.
Exactly.
We saved the CP for all out attack over here.
All out defense, last CP.
So we'll have 14 guys on 2s and 4s.
Yeah.
Going for 11 this time, no rend.
So 2 ups, no ones. And I roll 1, 1.
Okay.
Just to the wound. Actually 2 ones. Yeah, you got him.
All right.
That was a very productive my turn. I lost more on my turn than you did. And needless to say, I also failed my battle tactics. So everything worked out as I planned. Yeah, essentially. But we promised you at the beginning it's gonna have a three round game, and we delivered.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, you predicted it, and you lived up to it.
Yeah. I was hoping it's gonna be the opposite result, but it is what it is. It's good game.
Yeah, this was I think again eye-opening for me a little bit. Even it feels like this sometimes with these armies when just things go your way. Now, I didn't get the, you didn't turn, you got that prio, but getting the teleport to kind of protect me, you failing to charge, and it allowed my army, which could have been devastated, to have a fighting chance.
Yes.
And then got the double back, right? So a lot of big swings in this one, it felt like, or small moments that really impacted things.
Yes, and you nailed it. Like your teleport there was big. You know, me failing 8-inch 3d6 rollable charge was big, and then I lost double, and that's essentially the result of the game. Unlike many people think, Varanguards, they're essentially glass cannon because they don't have a protection against mortal wounds. They're 3-up save, 5-up, 5 wounds each. So they don't like being charged at all, right?
Yes.
And that's what we demonstrated today.
And that feels like the game so much right now. Like even the tanky stuff still goes down fast if someone concentrates enough force into it, right?
Yeah. Couple of takeaways from this game. Like Abraxia, I'll still try and experiment with her because I think she has a play, though. I really essentially missed Be'lakor in this game. Essentially, like losing double churn and then potentially Be'lakor, like Dark Master one of your unit could have been, big. But with the point reduction, I hope we're gonna see more Dark Oath units, right? Like Marauders are looking very attractive now at 80 points and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see. I think this army has definitely lots of potential. It's a very solid army. Eye of the Gods is a little bit, disappointing. But the fact that you can pledge to different gods every hero phase, you can adjust, right? So so that's.
Yeah, and I do like the banner. It lets you kind of like get that pledge in. Like normally, like this is what Slaves wants to do, but you pushed me back even farther because of the threat ranges were so much more massive than like with guarantees, right? Before it's like you need to go for the casts to get those spells up, but now with the pledging, you just auto get that 3/6. And we showcased a bunch of the new Honor Guard abilities with the +2 move on your chosen, and Odroids was massive.
Yes.
We had the 3d6 charge there, but also me getting the 2 Honor Guard abilities because I had more regiments than you was big.
Yes.
As well, we saw the impact of taking the double. You took the double early, even though you were down in points. I became the underdog. That was really big for getting me that extra CP, denying it from you.
Yes.
And those little things kind of are what left you without a CP for an all-out defense and shooting, right?
Yes.
And so that already, like, it's hard to visualize the impact of those little things, but yeah, just that slight CP advantage was probably really big and a turning point. It was, all out. It allowed me to all-out attack and shooting, and you not have the CP for all-out defense.
Yeah. No, you nailed it. Essentially, another interesting change that I was hoping I would capitalize on would be had I, survived or did a little bit better in the churn 3, and had I won the double churn, I was down more than 6 points. So essentially, I could do the battle tactic, allow me to somehow at least try to catch up, right?
Yeah, and did it still be able to do your tactic?
Exactly. Yeah. So very interesting. The game is evolving. I think the game is in an excellent place, and
Yeah, it's so fun right now. Obviously, we've seen a bunch of adjustments to different armies with the battle scroll and points and whatnot, and some notable improvements to abilities. So they're showing, I know one we're both excited about is the slash one of their euphoric killers now applies to companion attacks. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Lots to explore with this, guys. So we'd love to hear what you're most excited for about with the battle scroll in the comments. Definitely let us know. We're diving into it as much as we can. But obviously, first game here, we just got the battle scroll in today, so
exactly,
definitely having fun. But as you said, Yuri, it was a quick game here. Lots of combat early though, lots of fighting, lots of exciting stuff going on. So it was a blast as always.
Yeah, always a pleasure to be on the channel, and look forward to future matches.
Yes, for sure. But guys, hope you enjoyed that one as well. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, you can get an extra battle report by supporting us through our channel membership. We'll have another game out on this coming Monday, showcasing another 2 armies with the new battle scroll. But no matter what, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon in another video.